I shall now mention some asanas which were recognized by sages like Vasishtha and others, and also by yogis like Matsyendra's and others. Swastikasana. Keeping both the insteps of the feet firmly between the thighs and the calves of the legs, one should sit with the body straight on a level place. That is known as Swastikasana. This is one of the meditative postures. Bend the right leg and bring the foot in. Do the same with the left. Placing it above the right leg, then place the toes of the left foot between the right calf and thigh. Gomukhasana. Place the right ankle next to the left buttock and the left ankle next to the right buttock. This is called Gomukhasana, as it resembles the face of a cow. Virasana. Place the right foot on the other thigh and the other foot on the right thigh. This is Virasana, so it becomes the lotus pose. Kurmasana. Press the anus firmly with the soles crossed and sit very carefully. Yogis call this Kurmasana. This resembles the tortoise. We call it Siddhasana. The above are the basic sitting poses. Kukutasana, the chicken. After getting into the Padmasana, insert the hands between the thighs and calves. Plant the hands on the ground firmly and raise the body up. Assuming Kukutasana, wind your arms around your neck and remain raised like a tortoise to the posture called Uttana Kurumasana. Dhanurasana. Taking hold of both the toes with your hands, keep one arm extended and draw the other towards your ear, as you would do with the string of a bow. Matsyendrasana. Place the right foot at the root of the base of the left thigh and the left foot outside the right knee. Take hold of the right foot by left hand and the left foot by the right hand, and then turn your head towards the left completely. Matsyendrasana is the weapon that destroys many terrible diseases and inflames the fire in the stomach. It accomplishes the raising of Kundalini and makes the moon steady when practiced regularly. Paschimottasana. Stretch out both the legs and having taken hold of the toes of the feet with the hands. Place your forehead upon your knees. This important Paschimottasana makes the breath flow in the opposite direction. It causes the rise of the fire in the stomach. It causes leanness of the loins and removes all diseases afflicting humans. Mayurasana. Plant your hands firmly on the ground and support your body upon your elbows, pressing against the side of your loins. Raise your feet in the air stiff and straight and on a level with the head. Mayurasana cures all diseases of the stomach, hand and spleen. It digests completely food taken in excess. It activates the inferior fire and even digests food which is halahala, that is poison. Savasana. Lying flat on the ground on the back like a corpse is Savasana. This asana removes fatigue and induces mental peace. Lord Shiva has described 84 asanas. I shall explain 4 of the most important of those. They are Siddha, Padma, Simha and Bhadra. Of these, the most comfortable and the most excellent is Siddhasana. Siddhasana. Press firmly the perineal space with the heel and place the other heel above the pubic bones. Fix your chin tightly upon your chest. Remain with the back straight up with your organs under control and look fixedly at the spot between the eyebrows. This is called Siddhasana. This asana removes every obstacle from the path to moksha. Place the right heel above the pubic bone and the left heel above the right heel. This is also called Siddhasana. The one now described is preferred by other yogis. This is called Siddhasana. Others know it as Vajrasana. It is also called as Muktasana or Guptasana. The Siddhas say that as among niyamas, the most important is ahimsa, and among yamas, a moderate diet. So is Siddhasana among asanas? Of the 84 asanas, one should always practice Siddhasana. It purifies the 72,000 nadis. If the yogi regularly sits in Siddhasana for 12 years, stays with a moderate diet while contemplating on his Atman constantly, he will surely attain perfection in yoga. When Siddhasana is mastered and the breath carefully restrained by the practice of Kevala Kumbhaka, then arises without any effort the avastha known as Unmani. When Siddhasana is mastered, the three bandhas follow naturally without effort. There is no asana like Siddhasana, no Kumbhaka like the Kevala, no Mudra like the Khekari, and no Laya like the Nada. Padmasana. Place the right heel at the root of the left thigh and the left heel at the root of the right. Cross the hands behind the back and take hold of the toes. Place the chin firmly on the chest and look fixedly at the tip of the nose. This is called Padmasana. This destroys all the diseases. This Padmasana that destroys all the diseases, it cannot be attained by ordinary mortals. Only some intelligent, wise and courageous people can attain it. Assuming Padmasana and having placed the palms one upon another, fix the chin firmly upon the chest and practice meditation. Frequently contract the anus and raise the apana upwards. By a similar contraction of the throat, force the prana downwards. By this, yogi obtains unequaled knowledge through the favor of Shakti. The yogi sitting in the Padmasana by restraining the breath drawn in through the nadis become liberated. This is beyond doubt. Now the Simhasana is described. Place the ankles at the perineum. Right ankle upon the left side on it, and the left ankle upon the right. Place the palms upon the knees, extend the fingers and direct the eyes to the tip of the nose with opened mouth and a concentrated mind. This is Simhasana, held in a great esteem by the highest yogis. This most excellent asana facilitates the three bandhas. This is the main thing. After performing asanas, now you must purify the nadis, the nerves. This is what the second chapter instructs. Bhadrasana. Now the Bhadrasana place the ankle upon the sides of the perineum, the right upon the right and the left upon the left. Then hold firmly with your hands the feet which are on their side. This asana destroys all ills. This is also called Gorakasana by Siddhas and yogis. The yogi free from pain and fatigue is practicing these asanas relentlessly should practice purification of the nadis, mudras, control of breath, etc. Then the asanas, pranayama, kumbhakas, mudras, etc. Then concentration upon the nada. The brahmachari observing a moderate diet, being devoted to yoga and having a detached temperament becomes a siddha after a year. There need no be doubt about this. For this, you must practice all things properly. For the sake of pleasing Lord Shiva, one eats pleasant and sweet food moderately, leaving 1/4 of the stomach free. The following food items are prohibited for a yogi: food that is sharp, sour, pungent and hot, which is mirobalan, betel nut and betel leaves, sour gruel, sesame or mustard seeds, sesame or mustard oil, liquors, fish, flesh of animals like goat, etc., curds, buttermilk, fruits of the jujube oil, cakes, asafoetida, and garlic. These things should be avoided during a course of intense pranayama, such as this one. The following unhealthy food items should be avoided: stale and reheated, very dry and very sour food, also food that is very difficult to digest and that has too many vegetables. Food that has once been cooked should not be reheated, as that will drive out all its energy. This rule originated because there was no refrigeration in India and people would leave food from one meal to the next and then reheat it. Something very bad, indigestible. This is what Goraksa says. The yogi should avoid basking by the fire, company of women, long journeys, early morning baths, fasting, and hard physical work. Basking near a fire will cause you to inhale carbon dioxide. The following is permitted for a yogi: wheat, rice, barley, milk, ghee, sugar candy, butter, honey, dried ginger, cucumber, the 5 proverbs, green gram, and good clean water. Ghee is clarified butter. Sugar candy is a crystallized form of sugar. Cucumber is one of the best things you can take. Your western spinach is one of the 5 proverbs mentioned. Food that is sweet and mixed with milk is nourishing for the yogi. This would be pleasant and nutritive at the same time. This is very important. We give it to our sadhana intensive students in the early morning to help their pranayama. It is very nourishing and not at all heavy. Any person who gives up laziness, practices assiduously, all the yogasanas will attain perfection, be he young, old, or even very old, sickly and weak. Siddhis are obtained only with unstinted work at yogic kriyas. Yogic siddhis are not achieved by merely reading the texts. How can one who does not do them attain perfection? By just putting on the yogic attire, one does not become a siddha, nor does he get in by merely talking about it. Practice of yoga makes a perfect yogi. This is without doubt. Merely wearing an orange robe and growing a beard will not do it. You are still the same person underneath. Or by talking about them, by untiring practice is the secret of success. There is no doubt about this. Asanas, kumbhakas, and mudras of Hatha Yoga should be practiced meticulously till one attains Raja Yoga. These should be practiced until the mind becomes very steady and the prana goes into the sushmana. Until then, you must practice, just practice. Don't keep looking for a result. From practice and more practice, eventually it will come. If you lift weights every day, little by little, your muscles will develop. It is the same here. And by this, the first chapter ends.